Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. Coming up this week from the You Can't Fix Stupid department, 2 people are banned from Walt Disney World after attempting to bring loaded guns into the parks. We're also going to tell you about several things coming to Walt Disney World for the holiday season this year, and we're going to talk a little bit about what we're most looking forward to for the holidays. All that coming up next from the Bob Varley Studio in Orlando, Florida. This is the Diz Unplugged. This is the Diz Unplugged, episode 915 for the week of November 1st, 2016. The Diz Unplugged is brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel, experts at helping you plan the perfect Disney vacation. Visit them on the web at www.dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show, coming to you live from the Bob Varley Studio in Orlando, Florida. I'm your host, Pete Werner, joined at the table this week by my good friends, the lovely Ms. Teresa Eccles.
Hey.
The lovely
Ms.
Oliver Green.
Hello.
The lovely Ms. Rhino Clavin.
Well, hello.
The dashing and handsome Mr. Corey Martin.
I'm just happy to be here.
And Craig. Our lovely and talented producer, Mr. Craig Williams.
Hello.
Oh, welcome to the show, everyone. It is good to be back, and I want to start off by thanking so many of you for your kind thoughts and condolences to me and to my family these past few weeks. For those who may not know, my sister Susan passed away very suddenly on October 20th, and it was, I'm sure you can understand, it was a shock to the entire family, and spent the last couple of weeks just kind of dealing with that and being with my family. So that's why I was not on the show. But I want to thank, in particular, obviously, my entire team for doing such an amazing job in my absence, but particularly Craig, who really made it very easy for me to be with my family and not have to worry about what was going on back here. I'm kind of taking care of things and not letting anything bleed over into that part of my life. And I can't begin to thank you enough for that gift, because I really needed that time with my family, and knowing that everything here between Corey and you and John and Kevin, everything was in very, very good hands. You all did a great job. I really appreciate it, but I just wanted to make sure I threw that out there.
Thank you.
As well. But moving on to some housekeeping. First of all, does anybody have anything for housekeeping before I do the shows?
Does any of our listeners need candy? I'm trying to get a lot of candy right now. That's about it.
My mother warned me about this. Stay away from the man that offers you free candy.
You didn't listen. And look
So
what
we got to
happened.
America.
That's why he's married to a man. All right, so let's just talk a little bit about the shows we have coming up every Monday on youtube.com/Dreams Unlimited Travel. The Dreams Unlimited Travel Show with Tracy Heinrichs, John Magi, and Kevin Close. Craig, what do we have coming up this week?
The episode that went up yesterday was about Walt Disney World vacation packages, a question and answer show about anything you need to know on that. And I believe next week it is going to be about what Dreams Unlimited Travel is looking for in future agents, because I believe that may be a consideration coming up at some point.
Oh, I think it's more than a consideration coming up. Dreams is going to be hiring agents.
There you go. You're allowed to say
that. I'll tell you that now. So if you're interested in learning and knowing what is required and what's involved with becoming a Dreams Unlimited Travel agent, be sure to watch next Monday's show. So that's every Monday. You can check that out on YouTube. Like I said, youtube.com/Dreams Unlimited Travel. Of course, you can find all of our shows, DizUnplugged.com as well. Also, every Monday, the Disneyland edition of the Diz Unplugged with host Tom Bell and his team from out in California. On this week's show, Tony Spatel has some recommendations for late-night dining in and around the Disneyland Resort, specifically things that will be open after the parks close. And one of my favorite things to do out in California. There's just so much good eating. So much. There's such a great variety of things, like within walking distance of the parks. So look forward to listening to that. Of course, every Thursday, DizUnplugged.com, the Universal edition of the Diz Unplugged with Craig Williams, Rhino Clavin, and Oliver Green. And what is it this week, Craig?
Well, even though there's still 2 more nights of Halloween Horror Nights left in the 2016 Halloween season, I think we're going to start looking at what to expect with the holiday season coming up, similarly to what we're doing today on this show.
Okay.
Will Ollie be dressing up?
Yeah. Will there be a wig and lipstick in this episode?
If there's enough requests, I'll fulfill
He'll do
people's dreams.
You'll do your slutty elf routine.
Oh, yes. I want to see that. I'm sorry. Merry Christmas to me.
Maybe we should do a Give Kids the World, raise enough money, and Oliver dresses as slutty elf.
Yeah, I'll do that. Why not?
He did the first round for free. I don't know why.
My favorite photo on my phone is that picture of you right now.
It's terrifying.
Okay. And also every Friday-ish, Diz Pop, Rhino Clavin. What's this Friday about?
Well, I'm going to miss the premiere of Doctor Strange because I have some friends in town, and so Craig is going to do an audio review for me because he got to see an advanced screening of that. And then I think I might do a debate over whether Nightmare Before Christmas is a Halloween or a Christmas movie because we are right in the middle right now, and I feel like it's the perfect time to start that off.
And I'll tell you now, I think that it's both.
Who's going to be the moderator?
Oh, I should do like a boxing match
Yeah,
for him.
you
It's
need
like
a
round
moderator
one,
for
you know. And Oliver comes out in his Heidi costume with the sign.
One of the things I like about it, because I have a lot of Nightmare Before Christmas stuff in the house right now, and I like that I can put it up in September and leave it up through the holidays.
That's
up,
true.
yeah.
I do love that.
So there's that. So that's this Friday, DizUnplugged.com, Diz Pop with Rhino and other people sometimes. So, you want to talk a little bit about Patreon?
Oh, yeah, sure. I thought you were going to do the best and worst show.
Oh, that's right.
That's what I thought you'd remember then. So Wednesdays as well. I'll forgive him, soon as it's so new still. But on Wednesdays, we have the best and worst show going live at 1 p.m. And this week, I am joined by Steve Elias Porter. I couldn't think of a good female name. Steve Porter.
Stephen Elizabeth.
Stephen Elizabeth.
That's the fallback.
That's the go-to. Yeah, me and Steve are discussing some of the overrated things over at Epcot. So, yeah, look forward to that. It's a good show.
If you do say so yourself.
If I do say so myself, indeed.
I'll be the judge of that.
How can they see it early, though?
Oh, exactly. What a lead-in. Look at that, Craig. Look at that. Yes, if you do enjoy the best and worst shows, and I don't know why you wouldn't, they're absolutely fantastic. You can see them a week early if you are a member of our Patreon audience. So the best and worst shows, getting them early isn't the only thing you can see over at Patreon. There's a lot of behind-the-scenes
Patreon
content.
is, for those who don't know.
Patreon is a service in which you can support the Diz Unplugged, but through a financial contribution every month, and it goes towards things here at the show, so future projects as well as equipment and whatnots and day-to-day running costs.
Oliver's slutty elf outfit.
Exactly, yeah. It's amazing how much it costs to wear so little. I've thrown myself off now. And in return you get
on that actually.
In return, you get some digital content. So you get early access to some of the vlogs we do, early access to some of the shows we do. Occasionally, Dizpop will go up early if we have one. We tend to get the best and worst shows up every week. I've not missed one yet, so you get early access to those, as well as some of the behind-the-scenes stuff. So you can look at Rhino's dogs.
I think I put a photo up there for everybody to see too, right?
You did,
that you could access. Okay.
There's an awful lot up there right now. There's a lot up there. Lots
Behind
of
the
photos.
scenes, like you trying on dresses.
Oh,
It's
like I don't know if you actually got a full
I
view
can't
of that
unsee that picture.
because I wanted to send this to you.
Sweet
but-
Lord!
Have you not seen this? Have you not? Oh, so yeah. Okay.
I was going to text that to you to cheer you up over the weekend.
Who's the dude or the?
That's what happens
looks
when
like
Pete leaves town.
That's what happens when you're not here.
so-
you want to take back that thank you, Craig?
If you could only know what I'm looking at here.
Well, if Patreon
I've
supporters
seen
are
a lot
able
of-
to see it.
I've seen a lot of disturbing things in my
I have to
29
show you
years
another
on
one on there too.
this. This is terrifying.
That's up there with that Bob photo. You see that Bob photo behind you?
Oh yeah,
Oh, Lord.
Oh my God.
yeah. So you
So
get
this
fun
we're
behind the
trying
scenes.
we're trying to attract people to Patreon, not repel them.
That's another gem. She didn't
What
have her
the
wig
crap
on.
are you
Yeah.
doing?
So that's one of those. I
Ollie.
released it to everybody, and then he was like, "You realize that's the only thing you released to everybody. You're gonna scare them away." So I put another little stuff up there. But
So yeah, it's
fun stuff.
There's a lot of stuff up there. Right
Yeah.
now. A lot of fun stuff.
Yeah.
you know, like from the birdcage when I'm a cross between Lucy and Ricky. Yeah, and it's terrifying. It's a cross between Sonny and Cher, and it's terrifying.
You know, I did the whole Universal show like that, right?
No.
Yeah.
No, for Halloween.
No, there was a death in my family. I was
I did.
Oh,
other things going on, not paying attention to you and whether or
I
not you're doing
apologize.
shows in bad drag.
Not the whole show. The lipstick around the mouth didn't come till the very end.
he started out somewhat tasteful, and then it got just twisted.
He lost his mind.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
so nice to know. So nice to know. But yeah.
yeah.
So
That happened.
that's what you can expect as a patron of our show.
I hope that people immediately go and start patronizing immediately so that they can just see that photo. Like, I want to judge and see how much goes in between now and then just to see that.
Or how much we
Photo.
lose.
Right?
Yeah.
Who doesn't come back?
The first site to be banned from Patreon.
Yeah, really. With the excuse, that's just wrong. So, all right. Thank you, Oliver. Anything else in housekeeping? All right, so let's move on to the news. John and Kevin are not here. John is actually up in New Jersey visiting his dad, and Kevin's a little under the weather. So that is why they are not here. But very happy to have Miss Teresa sitting at my side. Always good to see you, dear.
Thank you. I never get to sit here. It's interesting.
You
I
sat
missed
there
you.
like the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, the last.
But you know
never
what?
get to
Pete
sit
wasn't
here
here.
this month.
Listen to me. I like to sit next to Pete. It's much nicer than sitting next to you, Craig.
Oh, she's so sweet. See why I love her so much. All right, so let's talk about this ass clown that got banned from Disney World after bringing a loaded gun into Epcot. A man who attempted to bring a loaded gun into Epcot has been arrested and banned from the parks. Michael Langston, 61, of Abita Springs, Louisiana, went through the no-bag line at the Epcot entrance and was then selected for a random screening in the metal detector. Langston then told the security officer that he was carrying a gun. A Disney supervisor as well as an off-duty Orange County deputy were called over, and they took Langston to a patrol vehicle that was parked nearby. At that time, they removed his gun, which was a Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 380 automatic with a full 6-round magazine. Security officer who selected Langston for the metal detector says he believes that he would not have declared his weapon if he had not been chosen for the extra screening. He was charged with suspicion of unlawful possession of a concealed firearm. He was also banned from Disney property.
I just hate that he's from Louisiana. Such a bad rap.
Well, it doesn't matter.
No, I know.
It's not like, it's not like all the people of Louisiana like this.
This is crazy.
But a loaded gun in a theme park. And you know what? In the event any of you are going to send me emails talking about his right to protect himself, blah, 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 shut up. Just shut up. It's private property. Disney has a very strict rule. That is their right. It is their right to say on their property they don't want loaded guns. I'm not going to get into a gun debate here. But I'm sorry. Has there been a rash of violent shootings at Disney that people need to arm themselves going into the parks? No. If you're going into the parks with a loaded gun, guess what? You're up to no good. You are the criminal. You're not protecting yourself. You are looking to do something. You are looking to cause some damage. And that's the presumption I have. I don't care about anybody else. That's the presumption I have when I hear a story like this. You're bringing a loaded gun into a theme park full of kids. You're up to no good. And I hope this guy rots in jail because that's where he belongs.
You know, some people carry like pocket knives, and so you can almost say, walk through. Oh crap! I forgot I had a pocket knife in. But a loaded gun, you will walk. You can't just.
He didn't say he forgot it, did he? He just.
Oh, no,
I
I don't know. I didn't.
No, the original thing too said that they didn't believe that he was going to present it either. That it wasn't going to be a come up. He came up because he was selected for the screening. It wasn't like he came up and said, "Just so you know, I'm carrying a concealed weapon."
And if too much of this happens, continues to happen, because we've had a few of these stories this year.
Yeah.
Then what's going to end up being is that there is going to be a bank. Everybody is going to walk through metal detector screenings going into the park. They're
I'm
going to have
almost
no
ready
choice.
for that now, because think of the people that are just walking in without a bag now.
Yeah.
That are getting through.
Yeah, I think about that too. The no bag line.
The no bag line. You could have anything on your body, right?
I think it's, to be honest with you, for as annoying as it would be and for as terrible as it would be in terms of crowds at the gates, I almost think Disney needs to do this now. Because it is only a matter of time before some idiot like this gets into the park with a loaded gun and does something.
I'm not 100% positive. I know at least one of the parks has started enforcing all guests without bags through metal detectors. I think that is going to become the policy as long as
I think
they have
set
up.
I think it's got to be all guests.
It has to be.
That's what they do at Universal.
Because they could check your bag and you still got something on you.
I even heard. Where did I hear it from? I don't know. I hear a lot, but where it's like the bag checks, like at Magic Kingdom, we're gonna start happening around the TTC, or even before you get on the monorail or the ferry boat.
Wow,
That's the way they'd have to approach it,
ticketing?
because they've just not got the space there to do it. If everyone's got to go through a metal detector, it's got to be done
But,
before you get
you would
to
think.
the park.
I mean, that would be safer.
Like right after you pass the ticketing window there before
you get on the monorail
before,
or the
yeah.
ferry boat. So once you get to the Magic Kingdom, you're there.
You would have thought that they'd prefer to do it that way as well, just from the whole, the way Walt Disney wanted it, that whole theming where you come in and you leave that world behind. It's actually, kind of goes against that ethos to then have to walk through a metal detector, because it's this constant reminder that, it's not necessarily safe.
But that is just a matter of accepting the world we live in right now.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah,
It's
As
necessary.
much as I agree that it would be ideal if we didn't have to worry about this, those days are not here anymore.
No, I completely agree, but that's my point. I'm saying, why don't they move it to the TTC? Because then you've got that separation and it's a bit nicer.
But you're
You're
gonna
still
have the
doing
issue.
it.
You're
People
still
walk
gonna-
across the street from the hotel.
Bus
You can come in
riders.
off the other hotel. That you can.
There are different points of entry.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think one of the things that would probably discourage Disney from doing this is the fact that they're not going to want to pay. They already don't have enough security guards on most of the time for the crowds that they have doing bag checks. The number of times I'm seeing, there's this massive line and there's only 2 or 3 security people checking bags. And you've got all these open spots.
Yeah.
And that's why they need the metal detectors. Yeah. Universal has completely revolutionized how they are doing their bag check because of the metal detector. So now you don't have a security guard fumbling through a bag forever. Yeah. They've got that nice X-ray going through, and they see everything that's in the bag quick and easy, like a TSA agent would look at an airport. Granted, things can still slip through that, so it's not always 100% foolproof. But because it's now become a much faster process, guests walk through the metal detectors, their bag goes through there, and everyone's out safe and easy. I have had less problems waiting in lines at Universal now with bag check since they've installed that. And if Disney would do the same thing, it would just fix everything.
Everybody knows the routine of metal detectors. Take stuff out of your pockets. Everybody knows that routine, but not everybody knows that whole routine of unzipping every single compartment in your bag. And under your stroller and all that stuff. I mean, it's
time consuming.
Yeah,
and I think this is one of those times, because I just have a bad feeling. There's too many stories like this.
Yeah,
it's only a matter of time before something happens, and I think Disney needs to be proactive, and they need to start now. They need to start putting everybody that comes into the parks through a metal detector. As much as I hate it, it's what has to be done. because there's just too many people out there like this guy. And I'm sorry, I think this guy was up to no good.
Yeah, he probably didn't even have fast passes scheduled.
Let's assume he wasn't. Like even then, I still wonder that somebody could have seen it. He could have flashed it by accident at some point. Somebody else could have run up and grabbed it. You know what I mean? I understand why they do. And you're talking about.
But that's not how this is going to go down. If God forbid anything happened, it's going to be premeditated.
Yeah.
It's going to be planned out and premeditated. Disney's got to be one step ahead. Mm-hmm. And there's only so many things you can do. At the end of the day, when somebody wants to do something, they're going to do it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But you can make it as difficult and as discouraging as possible if everybody has to go through a metal detector.
Yeah.
And this guy, apparently, this bastion of society, is not the only one who decided that this was a good idea. Yet another guest was arrested at Walt Disney World trying to enter the theme park with a hidden gun. This charmer, Bailey Turner, on October 26th, was entering Disney's Animal Kingdom when security officers found a gun in her backpack at the bag check. So this rocket scientist left it in her bag. Turner, 23, of Mobile, Alabama, said she had a permit to carry the weapon, but her local sheriff's office said it had expired in January. She was charged with carrying a concealed firearm and is being held on $2,000 bail. Whether you have a permit to carry or not, Disney is private property. It is not public. It is private. The rule says you are not allowed to carry a weapon. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter. Your permit to carry a concealed weapon doesn't matter. It's private property. Leave your stinking gun at home. Don't bring it into a theme park. So I'm glad she at least got nailed with a $2,000 fine.
They don't even let kids bring in the like Star Wars blasters or anything like that anymore. I was on the tram on Friday at Hollywood Studios, and
they took your blaster away?
Yeah, they took my blaster. No, I didn't bring a blaster, but they said, and as I was getting on, anybody that has anything that resembles looking like a weapon, like a gun, you have to turn around and put it back in your car.
It's a different world. When Max was 3 or 4, he was Indiana Jones for Halloween. He had the little revolver in his belt, and he looked like it. He had a whip and everything. You can't do that now. You just in a theme park.
Well, I was Han Solo last night, and I'm walking the dog in my neighborhood when I got home, and I still had the blaster strapped on my leg. And granted, it's bright orange. It's got a bright orange tip and the other thing, but I'm looking at the light casting my shadow on the wall. And I was like,
and
from
you were
the side,
scared.
it looks like I've got the handle. It looked like I had it. So I'm like, we're going to turn around and go back inside right now before I get in trouble. It's just it's unnerving. And the scariest part of it all is that there's no turning around and going back. It's never going to get to the point where we can get rid of the stuff that we give up. We give up that.
It's just the way it is now.
Yeah.
Can I say something while we're on mugshots? I posted this on Facebook yesterday, especially since Halloween was last night. A lot of people get arrested during Halloween and they're in their costumes. If you want to do something funny, Google Halloween mugshots. Like looking at the people that are like in their Halloween costumes with their mugshots. It's hilarious. Don't tune out right now, but do it later. Open up a new browser or something. But it's hilarious.
I saw a man in a loincloth in Target. Where else can you see that except on Halloween, right? It was awesome.
Well, East Village. And that's just a Tuesday. That's not even
my
Halloween.
house,
But, all right. Well, off of idiots with guns in theme parks, Cruise Critic has named Adventures by Disney Best River Cruise for Families. I'm going to explain why this is kind of a big deal in a second. Adventures by Disney was chosen as Best River Cruise for Families in the 2016 Cruise Critics Editor's Picks Awards in the River Cruise Line category. Adventures by Disney added river cruising in the summer of 2016 to their already large inventory of vacations. They offer cruises down the Danube and Rhine rivers. And these awards are chosen by Cruise Critics' international team of editors. This was a big deal. I know for a fact that Adventures by Disney had been working on going into river cruises for a few years before they actually launched the product. And it was a big risk for them because it's a very different dynamic. in the type of vacations that Adventures by Disney normally does. And so I think just from what we're seeing in terms of the sales of these, the reports we're getting coming back from people that are doing them, and then that Adventures by Disney made a good choice. And the river cruising is proving to be very popular. I mean, river cruises in particular have been gaining in popularity over the last few years. Now, for those who aren't familiar with what a river cruise is, it's a cruise in the sense that you're in a boat and you're on water, but these are smaller ships. Maybe they hold a few hundred people. The staterooms are considerably smaller. You don't have all the amenities that you would see on a normal luxury liner, like one of the Disney cruise ships. But, I understand. I haven't done one yet, but I understand the food is outstanding. But because they're smaller and they can go places that larger cruise ships can't go, like the Danube River or the Rhine, you go to these small ports and have these experiences that are very, very unique. And the nice thing is that it's all inclusive. So you're not buying shore excursions. You are paying for the cruise, and at each stop, they have these prearranged tours.
It's ABD,
that are all include. And well, with ABD, you're going with your guides, and it's private for you, for your group of ABD people. But it's all prearranged. It's all prepaid. So you're not paying, $300 on top of the cruise, $300 for this shore excursion, $500 for that. Everything's included. So as a result, it's gaining a lot of traction and popularity now that cruising is as ubiquitous as it is, and the cruise industry has exploded in the last 15, 20 years. Now what you're finding is people wanting a slightly different take on that experience. And of course, with Disney Adventures by Disney doing it, there's that family component brought into it. So getting this award from Cruise Critic, I think, is a really big deal for ABD. And I think it puts that final stamp of success on a risky product launch for them that has paid off. And anybody who's followed ABD over the years knows that's not always the case when they try a new destination or a new idea. Let's take a look at the Adventures to Walt Disney World that they launched last year, and now for next year, I think they're all like to be determined because they didn't sell well, and they didn't sell well because they weren't worth it. These are worth it, though. These are worth it, and these are selling well.
Now, you said you mentioned the family component. That river cruising for the most part is for adults only, usually wealthy adults, and usually kids aren't really.
Not true.
Really?
Not true.
Okay.
No, the price point you can get some really good deals on Viking River cruises, for example. That's Viking's not the line that Disney goes with. I forgot the name of the line they go with.
But price aside, like kids usually aren't. You don't really hear about a lot of families, but Adventures by Disney has brought that family aspect in, where I guess a family of four or whatever can go, and you don't feel like you're interrupting anybody else on the cruise with kids.
Yeah.
In the one itinerary that they do, I know it hits basically all the places that I went to whenever I did my Central Europe ABD with Vienna and Prague, and it was out of this world. I mean, if I had the chance to do that again with the river cruising aspect in it, because you get to go to a couple extra cities, I would do that in an absolute heartbeat. It's amazing places, and I can only imagine how great it is to see it from an actual river as you're going by.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I think the scenery is beautiful, but like I said too, the fact that you get to go to these ports and these places that you wouldn't get to on any other cruise just because of where it's located. And I think you get, from what I've been told from people who have done it, you get much more. It's not like these ports are like typical cruise ports where it's like, T-shirt shop, jewelry shop. These are actual locales within these countries, and you kind of get a real genuine flavor of the culture and the place through it. So one of these days I look forward to doing one. But all right, that's going to do it for the news. We're going to move on to rapid fire, and I will begin. Oh, she was not ready. She's like, oh my god,
Oh my god.
There should be 3 stories. Oh, there was 3.
Hang on.
I forgot 2 gun people.
Two of the same.
Let's just all watch Teresa while
I'm
she
ready.
gets a rapid
There's
fire.
a responsibility you get for sitting in that seat. That's to be ready.
Damn.
Once again, I like sitting next to Pete versus sitting next to you.
It's okay, honey.
Okay.
It's all good.
Are we ready?
Yes.
We're ready, miss.
Okay. New
Always.
projection show starts at Magic Kingdom beginning this week, November 4th. Walt Disney World has announced that a new nightly projection show will premiere at the Magic Kingdom. Once Upon a Time will be hosted by Mrs. Potts from Beauty and the Beast, as she tells bedtime stories to Chip and takes guests on scenes from Disney favorites Cinderella, Peter Pan, Alice in Wonderland, and the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh. So, there you have it. Some people are not happy about it. Some people are happy about it. I've got a couple clients that are going to miss the old show. So,
Well, when's the last showing of the old show?
I believe
Thursday?
it's going to be on Thursday. Celebrate the magic. While, it's nice. The show has kind of run its course. It's been going on for a very long time. I know.
has it? Like a couple of years, right?
Yeah, that's a long time, in my opinion.
your world.
It's a good show, and I like that they do switch it up for the holidays. With Halloween, they add the little villains tag in there, and with Christmas, they added a little bit of the Christmas aspect to it. But just like anything, it needs to continue to update, and especially with Disney and projection mapping technology, it has increased so much over the last several years. Just look at the Star Wars projection fireworks show that they have over at Hollywood Studios. It's just everything's evolved so much, and I know the show isn't new. It's coming over from Tokyo Disneyland, so it's not the first of it, but it's gonna be the first that a lot of American audiences see of it. So I'm pumped. I'm ready.
Mrs. Potts. I love Mrs. Potts.
Yes. Do you think they actually got Angela Lansbury to lend her voice for this?
You think or you know?
I asked you. It was a question.
Oh, I don't
Did
know. I
say it
hope
wrong?
so. I'm praying they did.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were making a statement or asking a question. We have to. We
He
have
does
to,
that poker face.
We have, well, we've talked about inflection.
Right. I'm the only one that didn't. Like, whoa, is he asking me or telling me?
It was my bad.
Okay. I am praying that she would.
I would love that. Yeah.
Wouldn't
Well,
that be awesome?
she did show up for that D23 event for
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast, to sing the song. So I'm wondering that
Love
she's
Angela
clearly
Lansbury.
still in the
Gosh, you
deal. And
can't
she
go
just hit
wrong.
90, so
You can't go wrong.
No, you can't.
she looks good.
Golly.
Why does Mrs. Potts have an English accent, but her son's got an American
'Cause
accent?
she's
The father.
the
Yeah.
father.
The
It was-
destroyer
She doesn't like
serving
to. She doesn't
tray.
like to talk about it.
Chip wasn't schooled.
What was that?
Chip wasn't schooled in England,
Oh.
And
Poor
Mrs.
child.
Potts is a teapot. Here are we. You need some lipstick for your rapid.
He wasn't a chip off the old block.
A chip off the old block.
No, he wasn't.
All right. Well, thank you, Teresa. Oliver.
Hello. Take your lipstick away. Muppets themed PizzeRizzo at Disney's Hollywood Studios is to open on November 18th.
Do you think there is any possibility whatsoever?
That'll be good.
Switch to me. He's so busy. He's so busy texting.
Looking for my rapid fire.
Cool. Okay.
Do you think there is any possibility that the pizza served at PizzeRizzo is going to be edible? Because, I mean, we were all traumatized by Pizza Planet.
Well, it is a rat mascot, so I don't know that they're.
I'd hope so. The amount of work they've put into building that thing, like it's been, the whole building's been like
Disney-
reconstructed.
okay,
so
look.
it's not like an overlay. I imagine there's a new kitchen.
My peeps in the Northeast and those in Chicago are going to bear me out on this. Disney and pizza
Yeah.
is like it's not has not traditionally been a good experience. I mean, you go to Via Napoli and Epcot.
Yeah.
There's
That's different.
better than decent pizza there. Still not, I don't think, at the level that we're used to. And
Well, good pizza in Florida, I find, coming from the up in the north, is a hard. Good pizza is a hard thing to find.
and when you do, you hold on to it with
Oh,
both
yeah.
hands.
Yeah.
The place that I use is over on Procolinos, over on Goldenrod. Is a really, really great pizza.
Yeah, I'm a New York style pizza fan.
NYPD pizza, you got to give that a try.
I love you, Chicago, but that's
well, unless
it's a casserole.
Unless they're in the downtown area.
That's true. I don't know. They're expanding. They fly in their water. I think that's why it's
PizzeRizzo. Oh, it's the rat, not the pink lady.
Yeah, PizzeRizzo. It's the.
I'm kidding. I knew.
Oh. I just caught on to what you were saying.
Well, I hope they do something. Along the lines of Via Napoli.
Yeah.
With this, if they can make decent pizza, I'm not even asking for great pizza. I'm just saying something other than that cardboard with blood on it that they were serving at Pizza Planet. I'd be really happy.
Yeah.
So November 18th, you're
November 18th. Mickey Mouse's birthday, my father's birthday, and the opening date for PizzeRizzo.
That's the Holy Trinity.
Oh, of course. Yeah. So, no, I'm looking forward to it. I'll give it a go. I'm easily impressed, though. We've all found that out late. As long as it has some taste to it, I'm there. I'm like, woo, this is
I think
awesome.
you guys need to live log that.
Oh, definitely, yeah. So there's a lot of anticipation for it.
We'll take one for the team.
So,
we'll go eat a pizza.
Wearing lipstick.
You're welcome, world. Wearing lipstick. I will not go with him. I will let Steve go with him.
All right. Thank you, Oliver. Lady Clavin?
So I got some holiday news about Epcot here, and first up, they added 2 new narrators for the Candlelight Processional. From December 22nd to the 24th, we have Ming-Na Wen, who is the voice of Mulan and currently starring on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on ABC. And they added the Iron Man of Baseball himself, Cal Ripken Jr., December 28th to the 30th. And there is still one more slot open from December 7th to the 9th that they haven't announced yet. So maybe one more celebrity coming. But that's fun. I like when they bring in new people. And then
Cal Ripken's done it before, hasn't he? Or no?
No, I believe you reported when they first announced Cal Ripken Jr., so that's probably why it's in your memory of that.
So he's like one of the 2 new. Ming-Na Wen was just added.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
And they also announced that Jodie Benson was also going to be coming in because it was a part of Disney. People were announced because Ming-Na Wen is a Disney person too.
True.
Jodie Benson wasn't announced before. Her husband's doing it too this year, so you can see
Is
all
he
the
really?
Yeah,
Whoa, that'd be awesome.
Robbie's doing it December 10th to the 12th. And
No, that's not her husband. Her husband, Robbie Benson, was the voice of the Beast.
Oh, that's why I got it mixed up. Okay. I was like, aren't they related to each other? And
I'm like, okay. Now understand something.
Robbie?
Understand something that Jodie Benson's husband is a Broadway star in his own right.
Amazing
yeah.
singer.
What's
an
her husband's
amazing
name?
singer.
He was on the cruise, wasn't
We
he?
have a
Yeah.
video where he did from Les Miserables.
Was it Roy? No. What was
Ray.
What song did he do?
Ray
from Les-
Benson?
Ray.
Ray Benson.
Ray, okay, that's why I get them mixed up because of the R, and I thought, they got the husband too.
Let's find that clip and put it in the show notes.
He did Bring
Ray
Him Home.
Benson.
He did Bring
doing
Oh,
Bring Him
it was
Home.
I'm
amazing.
getting chills just thinking about that.
Let's not talk over each other. He did on our last podcast cruise. Did Bring Him Home from Les Miserables, and just stopped the show. And he gave up his career on Broadway to focus on her career, take care of the kids, and so that she could have her, once she got tapped to do The Little Mermaid, she, that's kind of how that went, which I thought was really cool. And he's amazing. The whole family's really talented. So
Because the kids sing too, right?
the kids sang.
Yeah.
It was really cool. It was really, really cool. So yeah, let's make sure we put a link to that video of Ray Benson singing "Bring Him Home."
Yeah, that was something else.
But you're thinking of Robbie Benson,
Yeah.
who was the voice of the Beast.
That's why I don't know how I got that mixed up, but
that's where he connects to Disney. I mean,
Yeah.
Robbie Benson's had a
He's
pretty long career
been around
Yeah.
forever, yeah.
of his own. So.
Well, I've got some fun other updates, too. There's some new food and beverage kiosks coming to Epcot for their holidays around the world. And they've added several new food items. That celebration begins November 25th and goes to the 30th. There's Proust in the... Am I saying that right?
Prost.
Prost. In the German Pavilion, which will offer artisan cheese plates or sour braten with red cabbage and spatzel.
That sounds awesome.
Special. I should have just had you read this one. There'll be alcoholic ciders, hot Williams punch, caramel kiss featuring the Werther's caramel, and glue wine, which is very good. I had that.
Glue wine?
Glow wine. It's like this hot wine that you drink. I discovered it in like February or March of this year. It was really cold one day, and someone was like, "Have some glue wine."
Is it just
Glühwein?
Glühwein? I don't know. Anyway, if you want a classic American holiday, you can go over to the American Adventure Pavilion, and they will have dishes that include roasted turkey with stuffing, mashed potatoes, cranberry sauce, seared pork tenderloin with green bean casserole, roasted sweet potato wedges, champagne demi-glaze, some shipyard eggnog, white porter aged on bourbon. Interesting.
I love these fragmented sentences you're speaking.
So no,
because it's really helping me understand.
Waiting for the one bit that I'm looking forward to the most.
What is
know,
Fire
right?
Nog?
The Alpine House. Oh, Fire Nog,
Yeah.
the eggnog with Fireball whiskey mixed into it. Yeah.
Oh,
Sounds amazing.
just like Mama used to make. Wow.
Then there's the Alpine House between Morocco and France, which will serve duck confit, dumplings, and roasted Brussels sprouts with a fig reduction.
See, now I love that they are kind of introducing, they did it with Flower and Garden. Now they're doing it with this. They're introducing this food and wine type aspect into these events. I think is a smart idea. I think they run the risk of beating the concept into the ground.
Yeah.
If they're not careful and it sounds like they are being with this.
Yeah,
When
I
the
agree.
menu
They're
that you're
careful.
reading, it sounds like these are items that are holiday inspired. So it kind of adds to the overall theme. If they just start getting generic with this stuff, then they run the risk of just kind of cannibalizing food and wine, I think.
It sounds, sorry,
go ahead.
I was going to say, it sounds like they're doing a good job keeping it very holiday-oriented, because some of the other booths, there's one called Feast of the Three Kings, and which that celebrates the Latin Festival of the Three Kings Day. And then there's another one that offers some seasonal Southern delights that I guess are traditional meals as well, in addition to having like just themed holiday stuff around the park as well. So
I
like
enjoy
that.
this sort of year-round food and wine. I mean, for some people that can't make the Flower and Garden Festival or Food and Wine,
Yeah.
that choose to come during the holidays every year, they get a taste of this too. No pun.
I like that it rotates too. That it's not just the same stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not just the food and wine booths. Now it's like what you said, Flower and Garden or this stuff. And
Right.
Yeah, just keep adding holiday stuff.
Yeah,
I
we're
don't
just going to
care.
have like a
Just-
gap in the summer, really.
Right.
Yeah, this one I think it's most important because, Epcot always has done a really good job at representing different countries' traditions with Christmas, but they never really have gone full board with the food aspect of it. And, so having stuff for Three Kings Day, that's very cool because a lot of times in Florida, you don't see that. I know it's highly celebrated out in California. California Adventure does a lot, but
I'm excited
Cool for
about
here.
this. I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I think it feels a lot like having the whole food kiosk thing feels a lot better for this time of year, like Christmas time of year. It always felt like a bit of a stretch to me at like Flower and Garden. It's like it's about Flower and Garden. It's like why the
Right,
food
yeah.
stand? So
No, I see.
the fact that
I
it
disagree.
works,
I
but
think it
feels like a
was
stretch.
brilliant, and I think one of the things that really helped it to work was, well, especially for Flower and Garden, I thought the quality of the food was just amazing. I mean, really great stuff. But it was different stuff than what we get at Food and Wine, and it was more in line with that Flower and Garden vibe in terms of fresh,
Springy
locally
kind of
sourced
stuff.
type stuff, spring stuff, exactly. So I think if they pay attention to those details as they do this, if they really go out of their way to look for those dishes and those items that really fit with the overall theme of what's going on, that they just end up taking it to another level, these experiences to another level. And like I said, I think it worked brilliantly with Flower and Garden. Obviously, Food and Wine is, I think, everybody's favorite. I've never heard anybody say, "Oh, I hate Food and Wine." Yeah. So I'm really I have a good feeling that this will be successful. I'm certainly hoping for it.
Yeah.
So when does that start?
The 25th of November. So I think that might be
Thanksgiving
the day.
weekend.
Yeah, is it? Yeah. Yeah, because the 24th, so it's the day after Thanksgiving it starts, yeah.
Day before my wedding anniversary.
It's fun.
I'll have to go over without my husband.
I'm surprised they didn't do a preview like they did for... because we attended those two previews. I'm surprised they didn't do one for this, too.
I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe we'll see. Fingers crossed. But, yeah, something to look forward to.
Thank you, Rhino. Corey.
All right, sticking with the holidays, more details have been announced about the new Christmas tree trail coming to Disney Springs this holiday season. There will be 15 trees, all inspired by certain Disney characters or stories. The Disney Parks blog says guests will wind through a lovely winter wonderland complete with a gentle snow, fall, toy soldiers, singers, and plenty of opportunities for photos. The list of trees include Mickey and Minnie Mouse, Disney villains, Moana, Beauty and the Beast, The Little Mermaid, Cinderella, Princess and the Frog, Alice in Wonderland, Frozen, The Jungle Book, Mulan, 101 Dalmatians, Tangled, Mary Poppins, and The Muppets. And this will start November 11th, and it will go through January 8th, and it starts around the Once Upon a Toy near the fountain in the marketplace.
You think they say, like, what was the word you used for the snowfall? Soft snowfall? Gentle?
Complete with a gentle
Yeah, you think they
snowfall.
put that in there just because they're like...
As opposed to a driving blizzard.
It'd be cool to walk through a blizzard by the frozen tree, right? That'd be awesome.
I think this is going to be great. We also have information that each area at Disney Springs will be themed differently. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the landing will be more of a steampunk. Mm-hmm. And then, like, each area will be themed with a different style of Christmas.
Very excited to see what they do at Disney Springs.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
I agree.
For its first Christmases.
And I'll
at
actually
Disney
go
Springs.
shopping there for Christmas, right? Instead of just going over just to hang.
Yeah.
Like it used to be, just, okay, we're going to downtown Disney. But now I want to go there to actually do Christmas shopping.
It will be a destination,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, no
I'm
question.
excited about it, yeah.
No question. All right, thank you, Corey. Gregory.
Okay, so we announced a couple weeks back about Jingle Bell, Jingle BAM on the show, and now we know about what's actually taking place with the dessert party that we previously announced. It will cost $69 for adults, $39 for children ages 3 to 9. Tax
This is for a dessert party?
included. Yes.
What are they going to do to me for $69?
$70.
So, the items that will be planned with the event include a Santa Mickey chocolate cupcake with peppermint bark.
Yeah.
Sounds nice. They're going to bring back the nitrogen dessert station, so they'll do the truffle ice cream, whatever, drop it in, make it hard. Beer, wine, specialty cocktails, hot cocoa, and specialty non-alcoholic beverage.
Glad you're
You
saying
are a
this. Go
child.
ahead.
This is what happens when you hire 8th graders. I don't laugh at stuff like this.
So I got to do the Star Wars dessert party that happens in the same section for that fireworks show. The thing that I really believe why it is something to really think about doing it, you get the absolute best view for these fireworks shows without having to wait at all for them.
Was it the same price for the Star Wars one?
Yes, I believe it's
$70,
the same price. Yep.
$69.
So, and I didn't pay whenever I did the Star Wars one. It was part of an event.
Is there seating or is it standing?
It is seating with plenty of tables, enough for everyone. I'm sure you could request seating if you really needed it. I'm sure they would be able to make that happen as well too. But the desserts were actually good. They didn't run out of anything. They kept it up for the Star Wars. They give you a little present with that, so I'm sure they'll do it with this one as well too. And they already said they'll give you the fun 3D holo specs that will make the fireworks turn into like gingerbread men and candy canes. But really, you're paying for the view.
There are
not
some
having
drugs
to
you can
wait.
take to do that. You don't need the glasses.
So I'm actually
What was the gift? Was it the lightsaber suppository thing?
no.
Oh, my.
It was.
It's on the wall next to
I
it.
don't want to ruin it for people. You
Oh.
get a special mug if you do.
You said a
So-
GIF? That would be a funny GIF.
A gift?
No, I just have the vision of a lightsaber suppository in my head now.
You were the one who made that joke to me when we went to the Star Wars breakfast. They gave us these white
you're not even giving
pen-shaped
credit
things,
where you
and
thought
you
it was
push them
yours.
and they change different colors. You have one on the wall right there. All right. Lightsaber suppository.
Craig, do me a favor. Just sniff it. Just.
Okay. All right. So thank you, Craig. Before we wrap up, since we've been talking a lot about holiday stuff, Craig and I thought it would be a good idea, just because now that Halloween is over, we are staring down the barrel at holiday season 2016, and want to just kind of go around and see what is everyone looking forward to. I can tell you now that I can't say too much because I'm planning nothing major, but I'm just planning some nice little surprises for certain members of my family. A member of my family who I know is watching right now. But there are, candlelight processional is something that's a tradition for Mom and I. So we're going to be doing that this year. I'm not saying when, because I'm doing something special. I can't wait. I'm really excited. It's going to be great. But no, I'm not whispering nothing. I'll tell you after the show.
Everybody's going to turn their volume up.
So that's always candlelight processional with dinner at Rose and Crown has just become like our go-to thing. And that's the thing about Rose and Crown is that I think a lot of people dismiss it because British food has this really unfair now reputation of not being any good. And so I remember the first time I went to England. What?
He cuts to me. As soon as you said British food is no good, straight to me.
I remember the first time I went to England. Eating something. I'm like, this food's really good.
It is.
And I find that Rose and Crown is, my brother-in-law Bob, who was down here last year, went and they ate there, and he goes, that was as close to being home as I've had in a long time.
That's cool.
So he's British, clearly. So I always look forward to that. Of course, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is a must do every year. But what about you guys, Teresa? What is it you look forward to?
I look forward to.
I'm looking forward to one of these Tootsie Pops.
Leftover Halloween candy, trick or treat.
That's all you have left?
Well, no, there's a huge freaking bag of it home, but
well, where's the rest? Where's the other items? Where's that's all you had?
the chocolate doesn't get passed out. You just got to come privately and eat that with me. I don't pass that out. The Very Merry Christmas Party starts the season for me because we do it so early, right? That I don't know, but
yeah, Monday.
I am right on Monday. The thing I'm most looking forward to this year that involves Disney, is will you stop? Talk about 8th grade. Good Lord, Pete.
I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't doing anything. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Disney Springs. I'm really excited about that. I took Downtown Disney. We never went as a family because it just didn't seem to fit for us. Stop! Just stop. I'm going to look this way. I'm going to apply lipstick in the Ollie way. Anyway, but the whole family has been to Disney Springs and we love it. So I think I'm excited about that.
I am very excited to see what they do at Disney Springs for the holidays.
And on a personal note, I'm very excited about getting the baking and the cooking started. And, and the...
I look forward to it. I look forward to doing the baking and the cooking and that stuff. The problem is, it's just like I'm creating things I have to resist.
Yeah.
And
you create those for us anytime you want.
Well, I do. I mean, there's that. Did you try that pumpkin?
Oh, I did, and I'm going to ask you for the recipe because I actually thought that was really cool. It tasted much different than I expected, but it was like really good.
Yeah, and it's Pillsbury crescent rolls.
That's what I was wondering because that's what Craig said. It reminded him of a
pumpkin,
cinnamon roll.
Yeah, it's a pumpkin. I'll take it.
Okay, I wasn't done, but okay.
Yes, it was.
Listen, remember a couple of years ago when we did the cookie thing? You might have been. I thought that was so much fun.
Y'all made I remember that.
Yeah,
Explain
I think
to you,
Craig
what's
and
the
I were the
cookie
only
thing?
two here that were there.
No, Julie. Oh, yeah, at that show,
On
we were
that
the
show,
only two
yeah.
there. Yeah, my cookies. If you
What'd
can't
you do?
remember
Yeah,
those.
your cookies were.
They were in my
We
car
made
for 2
cookies
months.
and brought them and shared the recipes with the listeners. You should do that on Disney, on the pop thing.
Oh, that's
No,
a good
we'll
idea.
do that on this show.
Okay, let's do that.
We'll do it on this show. Good idea,
We'll
Teresa.
do that. We'll do that. We'll do that on our last show
Because the
of the
last
year.
time we did, I was sick and I
that's
couldn't
cute.
do. Remember, I planned the whole
that's cute.
freaking thing and I couldn't be here. It was so devastating.
We'll do that our last show of the year in December.
Ooh.
We'll make our own cookies and bring them and share the recipes.
I'm gonna do the one my grandma makes because she gave me the recipe last year. So
What
that'll
kind
be
of
fun.
cookies?
They're just the standard chocolate chip, but
What makes them special?
I don't
over
know.
My grandma's.
They just come out very distinctly.
Told
Like I
house
know
up.
that's my grandma's
Huh?
cookie. I
Told
don't know
house up.
why it's different. but
Julie's on that show.
I made them and they're great. So
Corey.
That'll be Julie's week.
You both should be here.
I want a Louisiana king cake as your cookie. That's what I want.
Oh, get the little baby. That's the wrong
I
time
have a
of year.
website.
I have a website. And I want something traditional from your people, Oliver.
Does it have to be a cookie, or can I bring you something else traditional?
It's got to be sweet.
Oh, fish fingers
English-wise?
and custard.
Can I?
No, it's a
I might
cookie
bring
show.
you some black pudding. I'll bring you that.
Ooh.
Do you know what that is?
Is that the thing we set on fire?
It's blood sausage.
Oh,
gross.
I've
No.
actually tried that.
What
Do you like it?
It's oaty, yeah.
Yeah, it's all
breakfast
right.
food. It's full of iron.
It's breakfast food. It's full of iron.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I'll make you something English. I'll find you something.
Can you do
traditional.
bread pudding?
No, you just
I can make bread pudding.
Make a damn batch of cookies and bring the recipe.
Okay.
Bring cookies.
I'm gonna put the union. I'm gonna put the
Shortbread.
union sack on, and that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah.
I have something.
That should
I'm
be your
looking
sign-off
forward to
piece.
for
Slice it out of the package and put the little flag on it. Okay.
I have
All
a.
right. Well, but what about you, Oliver? What are you looking forward to?
This year, this is like my second Christmas in the States now, so like I've not made any new traditions, so I'm looking forward to making new traditions. Right now, I'm planning on. I've got a nice space in my new place upstairs where people can see, because I live on the second floor. It's like a big balcony.
Stand at the window and they watch you.
Yeah, they've called the police a few times. I want to get some of the projection. They've got Disney sell these like light projection kit things. So instead of putting lights on your house, you
I've
can.
seen those.
Oh,
Yeah, I
I've
know.
seen those.
They don't sell them at Disney, but you can get them at Lowe's. And you can project like Mickey Mouses and like fireworks onto your house. Well, I want to do that in my little space I've got because I've seen somebody else do it, so I know it
Oh,
can be
that's
done.
cool.
It'll probably
that's
work
what I'm gonna
best
do
in a
right
little
now.
space, not
Yeah,
outside. 'Cause I read some reviews.
It's an outdoor projector.
Yeah, it's an outdoor projector. They're like $50. You just put them in your
They have
garden.
them at
It's
Target,
they
too.
look better than the lights. They're so much easier than the lights, and it even makes
But they-
noise. It
My
really
neighbor
lights
does
up.
Yeah,
that.
that's
My
the
neighbor
thing.
does that. Sometimes
Yeah.
it looks like it's snowing on his house,
Yeah.
and other times it's like a little light show.
But no,
and
they
it's
do
really
official
cool.
Disney ones, and you can
Yeah.
see like fireworks in the shape of Mickey Mouse. Like
Pete's in
I'm not
Google
going
right
to turn my
now.
head, but Pete's
Ordering
Googling
it
it.
from
Am I
Lowe's.
right?
I believe he is. Yeah.
I'm on Lowe's website right now.
There
as
you
we
go.
speak.
That's really cool.
So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think we'll see.
Make a
How do you
little
anchor it so
winter
nobody
wonderland up
steals
there.
it, though?
Well,
You bring
He's
it.
gonna
mine's
do it
on the second floor,
yeah.
and it's on my. So if they
okay.
manage to do it, I'd be very impressed.
I'd be more
I
impressed.
probably won't call the police on principle. I'd just let them keep it. Please don't break into where I live. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Little family things? Are you going to be with your family at Christmas? Or are they coming
No,
over?
unfortunately not.
Yes,
They're-
his
they're in
family,
England.
Spencer, his
Well,
husband.
yeah, sorry.
Well, besides
that part,
Spencer,
yeah,
I'm
that's
talking
side of
about
my
mom. I'm talking about
family.
mom and dad.
Yeah,
I'm
I
talking
know.
about
It's
mom. You got to be with your mom. At
I
Christmas.
well, my mum knows she's going to be at home in England, so we'll FaceTime her on Christmas Day, and yeah, we'll
King's Day,
have our
was-
moment.
or Boxer's Day?
Boxing Day.
Boxer's Day.
Boxer's Day.
Day.
Boxing Day.
So
Boxer's
yeah,
Day. Everybody wears
no, I'm
boxers.
looking forward to that. I'm
Just
also looking
boxers.
forward to Thanksgiving as well. Like
Yeah.
I quite enjoy Thanksgiving. I think it's great that you get to eat 2 huge meals before the New Year.
Right?
So
Isn't that
yeah.
awesome?
And for that one, we're going up to see Spencer's family. So
That's sweet.
yeah,
But these are interesting.
yeah. Do you like? They're cool, aren't they?
We got studio effects coming in 2017.
We could
By the end of the
that.
year.
Could
Yeah,
be
you could make it
good.
snow on the walls, the window. What we'll do, we'll like close the curtain maybe or something, and do like
Yeah.
a little effect behind you. Pete,
I'd
while
like
you
a
host.
Donald Duck overlay.
I'm enough of an effect.
I'm looking forward to.
Were you asked yet? I don't think Pete asked you.
Yeah,
yet.
you.
Excuse me.
He's busy.
You want to
We'll
switch
ask
to him? His turn.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm looking forward to.
Tell us, what are they doing for Christmas at Parliament House?
Yeah.
What is happening at Southern Nights this year?
I'll let you all know. If you don't find me, I'll tell you the bushes to look for. But it's Craig told me about. I didn't know that Hoop-Dee-Doo Review adds like a special holiday segment on, and we love Hoop-Dee-Doo Review. So if we're talking about like what we look forward to Disney-wise, I missed it last year when you told me about it. So like I'm kind of looking forward to like going there because it's fun and I don't know. That's the Disney thing, and Disney Springs obviously sounds really cool, especially if there's going to be a gentle snowfall or delicate snowfall or whatever they said. Yeah. But yeah, I love decorating for Christmas and crafting for Christmas the same way I love it for Halloween. Only I wish there was more dress up oriented, not your slutty elf thing, but the
or dress up, more chances to dress up.
Yeah, but it's
you
like
can dress up. Don't you have holiday aprons?
Well, I have like elf underwear. That's about it. But
I have holiday aprons.
It's I know, but I look forward to like finding a fun holiday oriented craft to do or something like that. I don't know. Fun holiday drink to find this year.
You know what I need, and you need to make them for me. Little animals that like are sitting in the gentle snowfall around the little Christmas tree on the back of my piano. I need you to make me little paper animals.
She already has the setting set up. It's all set. It's just.
And then Earl comes along and kills it all. But no, I need little animals to go next to my little weird little natural trees on the back
I
of my
wasn't sure if
piano.
it was like the animals from the manger scene that you're looking for, like a camel or something. Or,
Oh, no, I already
were
have
there camels
that.
there? I don't know.
Were there camels there at the birth of Christ? I don't know.
I wasn't present for the event, so
Wait,
I
ask
really
me.
can't.
Ask me. Yes, they were there.
Your birthday's in December. I assumed you knew.
Oh, we all look forward to that. We're going on a cruise.
Wow, you guys we all answered incorrectly. The number one answer was Pete's birthday.
I was making notes, taking names.
But yeah, Hoop-de-Doo, maybe we can all do it as a group and do like a fun, because I haven't been to Hoop-de-Doo this year, and I think that the holiday themed one would be like,
That would be fun.
It'd
Yeah,
be
it would
fun
be
because
good.
you know they do special events down there for Christmas the same way they do for Halloween. Do they still do the carriage, the holiday?
Oh, that
carriage
is
ride?
so much fun with the caroling and you're in the carriage and you're driving along.
Yeah,
oh, that's fun.
They used to do that.
I
don't
did it
know
a
if they
couple
do
years
it. I've
ago.
never done it, but something
It's
something
fun.
to look forward to.
The horses are all jingling along and you got a blanket, but it's too hot, but it's fun.
Is it fun, Teresa? I'm not sure.
It's fun. I'm telling you, it is fun with a capital F.
All right, thank you, Rhino. What about you, Corey? What are you looking forward to?
I think we already mentioned Disney Springs, but I'm looking forward to that. I think as far as the theme parks go, with the kids. I want to try ice at Gaylord Palms again. Now that they're older, Gaylord Palms is really nice during Christmas, and now they're older, I think they might enjoy it more. I think at home, I'm looking forward to bringing the Elf on the Shelf back out because the kids, they really behave.
They're much better behaved
They're
this time of year.
incredible when the Elf on the Shelf is watching their every move, and it's fun. Like for me and Julia, every night the kids go to bed, we
Shh!
try to don't. Oh come on, he's no.
Oh, and then Penny Marie will come along and tear the
then
little elf up.
That's something I'm not looking forward to. We have a new cat in the house, and so I'm not sure how that cat's going to react to our trees. So
It'll be fun.
there's just so much to look forward to.
Do you have a chimney in your house?
We do.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I was going to ask what the explanation was here in Florida.
Well, you can
You
pick
know,
anything
there's
up.
all kinds of. You know what? When I moved to Florida 8 years ago, I was so worried about Christmas and it not being right, But it is so perfect. I'm totally over the.
It's great having Christmas
it
down
is.
here.
I really
It
thought,
really is.
how am I going to do this without
Should
snow
we do
and
Cracker
sweaters
Christmas
and?
again?
I love I'm doing Cracker Christmas.
I love Cracker Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Can
We're
somebody
on the
explain what it
cruise.
is? It just sounds...
We're on the cruise. We're going to miss it unless we literally get off the ship because I think it's that weekend.
it is.
I think it's
No,
that
it's the
weekend.
week. It would be. Is it the second one or the first? Would it be the day before we leave or the day after we get back?
I don't know. You got to look.
Oh, I gotta look that up.
I'll tell you this though. I mean, I love the weather here, but during Christmas time, I live vicariously through my friends on Facebook that live up north and seeing
Yeah.
snow. Yeah, it's like we literally go swimming. I think this past year, we were able to swim that day. It was that hot.
Which is cool.
December 3rd and 4th.
It was hot.
So it is that weekend. We could go up the
That
day
Saturday.
before, that Saturday.
Yeah.
We could go up and do Cracker Christmas that.
Get that beef jerky again.
Oh,
That was good.
I ordered it online.
So for
twice
those who are
since
not
then.
familiar with what we're talking about,
We can
the
include a
weekend.
link.
Can I speak?
Yes.
The weekend of December 3rd and 4th in Christmas, Florida, which is about an hour from property, I would
Yeah.
guess. They have what they call Cracker Christmas, and is every bit as scary as you think that name implies. But it's a lot of,
Crafts.
Well, first of all, we are way outside the tourist corridor here, in that area, and it's very local. It's very
A lot of wreaths with shotgun shells.
very rustic.
Are you trying to tell me it's as racist as it sounds?
Have you?
Very
Oh,
rustic.
you didn't go. You
No.
went around. Oh, you're gonna love it.
And
He's beating around the bush.
yeah, I'm trying not to
said it in
offend
the nicest
anybody.
way.
But a lot of great crafts and foods, and it's huge. I mean, there's
Yeah.
like
But you
it goes
know-
on for days.
It's not done in a way that they're trying to offend anybody or that they're trying to be.
It's cultural.
Weird. It's
Yeah.
just a culture, and it's.
Well, here's
it's-
the thing.
Do they get
If
asked to
people
go through
wanna-
the metal detectors?
If you want
No.
to see what it looks like, you can watch Pete go through Crack of Christmas because there is a
Right.
little video
Recorded
Last
it from last
year.
from
year.
last year that is up on our Diz Unplugged
Gator
YouTube channel.
bite.
So
I mean,
check that
it's-
out.
Let's make sure we put a link to that in too.
Will do.
I forgot all about
Cracker
it.
Christmas. So
Gosh, should have carved a couple hours.
you guys
out.
should do Cracker Christmas.
Yeah, we've
this
never
year.
been.
Really?
Looking for something new to do.
Yeah.
It's new yet old. It's comforting.
What about you, Gregory?
Oh, well, I'm all over the place. I too, I'm very excited for ICE. I haven't bought my tickets yet, but I already have the date scheduled out that I will be going with friends and family this year, so I'm very pumped after getting to see it for the first time last year.
That's
it's
right.
one of the coolest
Oh,
things in
gosh.
Florida.
I
Pun
feel
also
ill.
intended. Thank you. Of course, I'm excited for Jingle Bell, Jingle BAM. It's a great new show. Haven't seen it yet. Very excited too. I'm excited that the Christmas party is going to change a little bit with the new show that's taking place on Cinderella Castle stage. It's needed, changed up for a little while now. So I'm very much looking forward to it. I think it's going to bring a new life to the party. That for repeat visitors, might be getting stale. This might take it up a notch, make it worthy to try over again. And as for outside of Disney property, I'm just excited to have a Christmas in my new home. So for the very first time.
Yeah,
really.
that's right. It's your first year in the new house.
Yes. So I'm.
You're gonna do lights and everything?
Oh, of course, yes.
Yeah.
No, there's going to be a whole lot of Clark Griswold going on at that house.
There is.
Real tree, fake tree.
Unfortunately, I do a fake tree down here. You can't get good real trees down here.
You can buy the.
You just can't.
The pine smell though. I noticed at Lowe's the other day. You can buy the fake pine smell to put near your tree, so you can give the impression.
We still do
that-
real.
You can't match a good
Well, you
northern
can't
tree.
match it, but it's all I got,
But-
and I'm not putting up fakes. So.
I bought the best fake tree that I could find, the one that was most realistic, and it is absolutely beautiful, and I can't wait to put it up.
we have
this year.
artificial in the bedrooms, but the living room one has to be real.
I look forward to the movies too. I love Christmas movies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Christmas
every
Vacation.
year. Yeah, love it.
That's a must-do. All right. Well, thanks, everybody. That was a enjoyable, mostly, conversation. That will do it for this episode of our show. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll be back with you again next week with another edition of the Diz Unplugged. Thanks for being with us, everyone, and remember, stay out of the damn lakes.